everybody, Vantage 001 here with my first commentary on the Vietnam expansion for Battlefield Bad Company 2. So you might be saying to yourself right now, hold on, is that a mini-map that I see down in the corner there? Well, you're not mistaken, I am playing normal. Reason being, on Vietnam they drop just as easy as they do on hardcore. And on the first day when we did play hardcore, it was nothing but snipers, mate. So, had a gut full of the bastards, and I'd rather enjoy the game than to be constantly sniped 24/7. So, had a bit of a whinge and a bitch to my mates when we started playing normal on this, and going on this, oh, that guy fucking spotted me from over there, that guy fucking, all that kind of shit. But once you just let it all go and get into it, it's just a game really in the end. But kind of just pissed me off the amount of snipers that were in their first bloody day. Look at this guy, I didn't even see him sitting up there, mate, just hiding in a bloody rock he is. Just, I don't know if he's stuck and can't get out, or he's just bloody sitting there though. I'm not too keen on the kill cam still, but you don't get as many snipers in normal. My mates have kind of been saying that to me for a while. We should be playing normal on that, but I do like hardcore still, and I really do wish I could play it, but I just had a gut full of the snipers, mate. There's just too bloody many. So I got Apache in here with me at the moment. We're with a couple of random guys that we don't know. We just didn't have a squad, so Apache squad up with them, and I joined up with him. So I don't know these guys, but they do it right through the game and get us in some good spawn positions. Kind of just need that thing, they need the spawn points, so you squad up with a couple of randoms if you don't have enough to fill it up, mate. Might be a bit frustrating sometimes, but it's worth it in the end. So I'm playing Vantage Point. Now Vantage Point is a bitch of a map. If the enemy team has set up a whole bunch of M60s, with assault guys supplying ammo for them, you just really have a hard time getting up this bloody hill here. One thing about that Vietnam that hasn't changed is you still can't get up the smallest little rock or run over it. You still get bloody stuck on it and start bouncing around everywhere just like that. But I'm enjoying the game all over, mate. It's bloody good. It's a good change from Bad Company. The weapons are great. The AK is just devastating, even at range. The M16 is pretty good too, but the AK I think beats it out. I don't like that PPSH. I think with a drum barrel clip it only has 25 rounds, and you burn through those rounds so quick that if you don't have an assault guy with you, you're going to be out of ammo after a minute and a half if you're constantly firing that thing. M60's the usual overpowered M60 it's always been. But yeah, well, not much you can do about it. I guess it is a pretty high powered gun in itself, so you got to translate that over to a game. You can't really dull it down too much. I like the thumper, the M79. That's it, yeah. It's a good little 40mm. Makes a great sound. It's made Aussie as soon as he got into the game and fired it off. He goes, oh, listen to that, and he kept firing it off for about fucking all 4 rounds he had. So that sounds awesome. The RPG's not too bad. You get a bit of a lag on the RPG still when you fire it. You kind of see the rocket come out. It's kind of a graphics glitch, I think, but nothing really to worry about with that. Mac 10 and the Uzi are great, close quarter spray and pray kind of weapons. Not really great at range, but they can be used at range. And I'm not even going to touch on the snipers, fuck those things. The XM22 in the medic class, it's pretty good. It sounds a lot like the saw. Guess they just took the saw sound and put that on there. It's not bad. So I'd probably choose the M60 over it though. Or probably the RPK over any of them. I like the RPK a lot. That's a great light machine gun, that one. See, I wasn't just spraying at the wall for nothing. I knew there was a guy in there. It was just, what's this shit here? That guy's sitting over there in the corner. Guy jumps up and knifes him. And then drops me instantly. Like that. That's fucking ridiculous. The 870 shotgun. I would stick with your slugs on that. Buck's alright, but there's no real close quarter situation. Well, there's a few on Hill 137. But your slugs are probably going to be beneficial more than the buckshot, so I'd stick with your slugs on that. Flamethrower, mate. Love the flamethrower. Not many opportunities to use it. You gotta be pretty tight on the guy. I mean, you see this guy up ahead of me using the flamethrower on that. I'm not seeing any kills really coming up for him with it. You gotta be quite close, and if the guy is sitting on a med pack or anything, you're not gonna burn him to death unless you're right on top of him. You can just sit on a med pack, and if he's on fire, and he'll just survive that. He'll run into some water, and he'll be fine. But I'm loving the AK right now. Bloody great. Good bloody gun, that. So one thing I am very disappointed about is DICE's supposed, I'm going to say supposed, Australian servers. I am yet to find an Australian server. Germans, French, Italian, American, English, you know, I find all those guys, but I think we've got one Aussie with us now. But I've yet to come across a room where there is a majority of Australians in it. And they did say that we have Australian servers, so I'm guessing that's for Australians to connect to so we can play without lag. Or without, you know, with proper hit detection where we're not getting fucking dropped in one bullet. What appears to be one bullet from a bloody M1911. So I'm a bit disappointed that there is no guarantee that we can connect to an Australian server. That we've still got to put up with the same old shit that we've always put up with in Australia. We're just not on a level playing field at all, mate. And we haven't been since the game came out. It's, yeah, just a frustration that we've had to deal with that I don't think a lot of other players realise that when you're playing against Australian players, you do have a good bloody second and a half on them sometimes. Sometimes a guy gets you from around the corner. You know, the bullet bends. Well, it doesn't bend around the corner. On his screen, you're still outside, you know. Still out in the open. But on your screen, you're definitely behind the bloody corner. But he still gets you. And players, you know, dropping you so quick, man. Sometimes it's bloody ridiculous. Because, you know, he's been firing at you for half a clip on his screen. But on your screen, he's just appeared in front of you. You know, he's just started firing at you. So we really do cop it, and they did promise us Australian servers, and I guess they are out there, but without a guarantee that we can connect to them, I see it as just a shallow, a hollow, you know, statement. There's no real point to having them if there's no way for us to connect to them, a guaranteed connection. And it's not that, you know, we don't want to play with other guys from around the world. It's just we want a level playing field, you know. We want to be able to play the game how it's supposed to be played and not have to compensate in different ways to make up for the difference in connections. So there's the standard Vanish rant and bitch for the video. Hey, that's what you all come here for, I know it. You just love hearing it. You're all sitting there saying, yeah, he's going on again. It's awesome. Just shooting that sniper in the head there, fucking hate him. Patchy's using the sniper at the moment, but at least the bugger's moving in with me, and he's only doing it to get the 10 kills for the achievement. You know, he's not using it just for the hell of it, you know, because he knows it's going to be a one-shot bloody kill, and he's going to get a guy. Love the sound of that thump up. Doosh, doosh, fucking great. So I've been having some good games on it. I've been having some pretty shit games too, where I've gone really, really badly. But I do alright in this one. I don't get a great KD, but you know I don't give a fuck about the KDs. So I think I used the AK all the way through this match. See this part right here, I had all those guys and then fucking sniper takes me out. Bloody pansies, mate. Can't stand them. Even in normal, it's just, oh fuck you, dude. No way you would have got me like that if you were using an AK or something. Or even a Mac 10, whatever. Any other gun, there's no way that guy would have got me with one fucking bullet from across the map like that. I had 4 fucking guys dead to rights. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, so I even been playing a bit of Bad Company, standard Bad Company on normal. Might put a few of those matches up. I know I've gone on and on and on about hardcore. I've told you this and that about normal. But mate, when it's got to the point where it's just sniper fucking central and you can't move, you can't do this, you can't do that. Because, you got some bloody idiot who's sitting back all the way and can just pick you off with one bullet. And I know it's a sniper rifle and one shot, one kills the motto of a sniper and all this kind of shit. But man, this is a game, eh? And it's a very unfair advantage that a player can kill you with one bullet. When you've really, and we've really, with our connections, we've got to pump so many fucking rounds into them already. Anyway, get on to talking about the maps, eh? Vantage Point, great map. A lot of fucking fighting to do on this map to get up to where we are now. Sometimes it's very hard, sometimes it's very easy, depending on the team. Apache actually on the defense of a match we had the other day. He got 33 and 2 or something just off the start base because he got up there quick enough to catch them before they could run up into the hills and that off to the right where I did at the start of the game. And you stopped them right there in their tracks. They could not move, they couldn't get in, and then everybody else joined in with it too. So there was that whole perimeter right around the front of our base and they just couldn't get in. I think it's very ridiculous how they put the attacking side spawn point so bloody close to the crates that it can just be boxed in like that. Now it's not something that's going to happen every match, but it is possible. Next we got Fubar Valley. I think Fubar is better on Conquest. The Vantage Point on Conquest is alright, but one opposing team gets the hill. It's very hard, you got to really get around it. Anyway, talking about Fubar. Rush, it's kind of, 3 bases, as I said, with all the maps. A little disappointing, a little quick. The second base can be a bit of a bitch to get to on the B crate because the enemy team spawn point is pretty much behind the crate building. So if you kill them, they're just going to be spawning right there instantly behind the crate. So once you're in there, you might have them all dead or even half of them dead with some of them off in another part of the map. But the guys you just killed are going to be able to respawn right behind the crate building and just get in there straight away and kill you and disarm the crate. So very hard, but doable. Better on Conquest in my opinion. What do we got? We got Fubar Temple, I think it is, something like that. I'm sure someone will correct me on the pronunciation of that. But it's not a bad one. I do like the patrol boats they got in this. They're bloody devastating. The whole ground rumbles when the 50 cows or whatever they are go off around you. So it's quite good. It's a pretty easy, quick map really though. You can box them in on that first base, but it only takes a couple of guys to get around in a boat, drop off behind your base, and then they set up that spawn point behind you like that. Good place here to set up a spawn point. There's a rock over on the right hand side near the bamboo. It's a good place to set up over there. But yeah, the temple one I'm quite like, but I think, as I've said, they're just too short. They're 3 bases. I mean, they could have continued it on. I've heard someone say that, well, what's over that hill? I want to see what. That's kind of what you get the feeling like. There's more to it. I just know it, and they just don't seem to be there. But I think my favourite map out of them all is Hill 137. I do like that map quite a bit. Very, very good map to attack, and pretty good to defend on. I mean, you've really got the advantage on the defense because they're always coming uphill to you. They got a couple of sneaky ways around the attackers. That passageway on the left-hand side after the first base, or the first match we had ever of it. Everybody, like probably 6 guys on our team, including myself and Apache, ran in there. We thought it was a dead end. We all turned around and ran out. We had no idea there was a bloody ramp and that to go through a little passageway up there. It's quite bloody funny once we found it out. There's a couple of little ways where they get around. The right hand side's a real one you have to watch out for on Hill 137 on the second series of crates. Very, very easy for them to sneak right around and skirting the outskirts of the map, and get into the A crate up there pretty easy. B crate's a real good one to set up a defensive perimeter around there because it's inside the tunnel. Very hard to get in there if you're all set up around it. Unless they bring a tank up. A lot of people like to bring the tank up and actually into the tunnel, or a jeep. Oh, one bloody thing. There's already a glitch people are exploiting on Hill 137. I don't know if everybody knows about it, but the patrol boats can actually go underneath the island. Okay? We came across this the other day in a match. We were sitting there at the first base, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing these rounds coming out of the ground, and I said, what the fuck is that? And Ozzy says, mate, it's a patrol boat underneath the island. I said, you gotta be kidding. And the next second we look out at the water, and the patrol boat came back out of the water, but the actual boat had disappeared, and the guys were just floating around in the water. You know, just moving around. It was ridiculous. And they like to bring it up and park it underneath the crate. And if you're up there, they can look up and it's as clear as glass for them. They can see it perfectly. It's, you know, there's no obstructions for them. So they can just sit there and completely rape you, and you can't shoot them at all. You can't shoot down through the ground, can you? So that's one exploit that I hope DICE catches on to and fixes up pretty quick. Quite a few people are starting to use that little bloody glitch. Real shame when people have got to find something out and they you know, do that kind of crap, but hey, if I probably found it out first, I'd probably do it too. So yeah, that's pretty much all the maps. Battle of Hastings, yeah, I think the PC players will get there first. Or Operation Hastings, I should say. I think it is, yeah, Operation Hastings. PC players will get there first. I think they had the game 3 days earlier, 32 players on a map, so they get a lot more, you know, time to get the points up. I think they're about 26 million or so now, maybe a little more by the time this video comes out. So overall, I'm liking the expansion. I think they've done a great job. The weapons are great, vehicles are solid. I think the Huey might need to have a damage increase, a resistance to damage increase. It can just be taken. I took it down with an AK. You see in my montage video, you can just take it down too bloody easy, mate. It's really too easy to take it down. I have a few more videos coming soon. It's just with the Christmas break, I've been a little busy. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time.